True talk, you can check your history. Had the whole world out there trying to moonwalk. Mr. T introduced the Mohawk. The first WrestleMania, he teamed up with Hulk Hogan. And there was no PlayStation or Nintendo, just one joystick, one button. It was simple, I gotta admit y'all. Atari was the shit y'all. Pac-Man, Pinball, Donkey Kong, Pitfall. Biggie wasn't famous yet, neither was Tupac. But LL Cool J had me wanting a boombox shit. What was he, 15 on the scene, talking about crushing rappers like a jelly bean? Def Jam turned that man into a machine. Chicago Cubs always lost, but I stay true to my team. In 85 when the Bears played, shit hit the fan. Walter Payton, Willie Gault, Jim McMahon. I guess you had to be there to know the feeling of watching the quarterback get sacked by Otis Wilson. Remember William the Refrigerator Perry, Gary Fensick and Mike Singletary. Damn, time flew by so quick that it's scary. And I think that's why I feel it's so necessary to bang these rhymes out and just go forward.
I got a call from President Johnson telling me that he had authorized the dollars for the median strip surface line out to Jefferson. And I was really excited about that. This is fantastic. And I remember him saying, yeah, you get this on the northwest side. I says, on the Kennedy. And Lyndon Johnson said, absolutely, that's where it's going to go. So I called Dick Daley, and I excited. I says, geez, you know, it's fantastic. We're going to have the surface transportation out to Jefferson Park on the Kennedy. And he said, really? I said, yeah. He said, the Kennedy, really? I said, yeah. Oh, so about 20 minutes later, I get a call from Lyndon Johnson. Lyndon Johnson says to me, Dan, you know, I told you about that money for that highway in Chicago. I made a mistake. It's the Dan Ryan. I said, the Dan Ryan? What do you know about the Dan Ryan? He said, well, I made a mistake. It's the median strip extension for the surface lines is going to be on the Dan Ryan. I said, oh, really? Is that a fact? He says, yeah. So I called Dick Daley back. I says, you just talked to Lyndon Johnson. Oh, no, Dan. No. It was just a mistake. Well, what Daley wanted, naturally, is he wanted that extension out the Ryan so that it went out to 35th Street as opposed to Kennedy. So the fact of the matter is that we got our money, but it took about 2 more years.
I have decided to be a candidate for mayor of Chicago.
Daley, a record of success in the legislature, a state's attorney who made our streets safer.
Leadership is the single issue in this campaign that will give the voters a clear choice to decide which candidate will best serve the public interest. The candidate who will make the best chief executive of Chicago. Chicago can do better. Chicago has done better. Chicago will do better. I welcome the challenge. Thank you. Much of the work in the state's attorney's office doesn't make a lot of headlines, but it affects each and every person in this city. And I'm proud that it makes Chicago a better place to live. We put gang leaders in jail. We collected delinquent taxes from corporations. More than $26 million was paid by one utility company alone. In just 1 year, convictions for serious drug crimes rose by 25%. I'm a candidate for mayor, and I'm proud to run on my record.
He's a wonderful husband, and he's a terrific father.
Maggie Daley talks about her husband, Richard.
Rich wants to be mayor because he feels that he can make a difference. I think he's very upset with the direction the city is going now. And he loves the city so much that he'd like to see it move in a direction that is better for all of us than for just a few. Well, I think he'll be a great mayor.
I'm proud of the way I've managed this office. I have hired and retained first-rate lawyers and top assistants. They have worked hard at a fair salary, and they stayed on the job. They became a team, regardless of their political affiliations. This is how the mayor's office should be run. It's a sound business, without confusion, without bloated salaries and embarrassing headlines. I want to be mayor. I'm willing to run on my record. The business community must have confidence in the mayor to put a plant, to keep a corporation here. If they don't, they're going to leave this city.
Both newspapers agree that only Richard Daley has a well-thought-out program for Chicago that will work.
Majority of the people in this city can give us better ideas, all the consultant contracts that the mayor of the city of Chicago can look to.
Ability, integrity, two reasons the Tribune and the Sun-Times endorse Richard Daley.
The Sun-Times has some kind things to say about Richard Daley. Daley has kept his campaign promises, a rare and wonderful thing in a politician. Daley has hired qualified people without regard to politics and has given them the freedom and support to do a good job. Daley has prepared an agenda for change that is realistic, tailored to today's urban problems. Daley has established a reputation for reliability and integrity. Isn't it nice to hear good news for a change? He began as an underdog, opposed by the powerful machine and the largest campaign fund in history. But Richard Daley, his family, and his friends had a vision of a better city, and they went to work presenting his comprehensive programs. People who love Chicago began to move to his side. The newspapers endorsed him. New hopes come to Chicago. The election is Tuesday, and now the polls say he will win. But the real winner will be Chicago, and that's worth voting for.
Here's Richard. Richard is the oldest son.
Sis Daley talks about her son, Richard.
I'm very proud of him. And I'm sure his father, if he were alive, he'd be very proud of him, too. He was a very good senator, and I think his dad would be very proud of him as the state's attorney, because I think he's done an excellent job in the state's attorney's office. And he'll be a professional mayor of the city of Chicago, and a good one, too.